What's up, everyone? So I want to make a general Stihl video. This is a blower, but this happens to blowers, hedge trimmers, weed eaters, pretty much anything made by Stihl. And I'm not 100% sure why, but does your Stihl bog? What does bog mean? Well, let me show you. So that last part was to show you if the choke was off. So when you first saw it, it was off. Engine doesn't run right. Idle's rough. Doesn't rev up. That's bogging. So there's lots of reasons why, but this is the #1 reason and the first thing every Stihl owner should check. Against popular belief, Stihls are not perfect. And this does happen to pretty much any two-cycle equipment, but it happens especially for Stihl. Not really sure why. Your muffler's right here. There's some type of outlet. Sometimes it's a bolt that just screws right on. Sometimes the outlet just screws in. Mine, in this case, has 2 screws that love to do nothing more than fall down. And be careful, we did just run this, so it could be hot. If yours hasn't been ran, then congrats. Okay. I'll just take the whole thing out. So, we found our problem. I want to introduce you to what is called a spark arrestor. That black piece fits in there and pretty much chokes it off. An engine can be choked from either side, intake or exhaust. And when your engine runs like it's always on choke, which ours did, then you have a spark arrestor problem. So there's 2 things you can do. And stick around, I'll tell you how to prevent it as well at the end. You can remove it. Don't recommend doing that though. That's technically, I believe, illegal. Don't quote me on that one. I'm pretty sure it is. Or you can clean it. There's a couple different ways of cleaning it. You can get like a toothbrush and some carb or brake cleaner. I would prefer to get the non-chlorinated, which is the green can. Or my preferred method, grab it with a pair of pliers, take some MAP gas, propane, whatever, and a torch if you have one. Then, in a safe area, you take an air compressor or a can of compressed air and blow it off, or you can even blow it off, but try not to touch it. And after you let it cool, you can see through it now. So you can see the pliers through it before it's completely caked. So that's what you want. I'm going to put it back in and we'll give it another pull. I have it installed. Let's see what happens now. Let's try no choke. Whew. Well, there you have it. Like I said, every Stihl does this. Any 2-cycle potentially could do it, but I'm not sure if it's the oil or I'm pretty sure it's just a spark arrestor. It's a very tightly woven spark arrestor. Holes are not as large and just get plugged. Happens If you have a Stihl, I'd probably look at your equipment every year. So I promised how to prevent it. Pretty much the best way of preventing it is to have the correct mixture. Don't overdo the oil. Do a good quality oil. I know that Stihl will pretty much demand that you use their oil when purchasing one to keep your warranty. I've noticed Stihl oils have a tendency of doing this. I personally like to use the Echo Red Armor oil. It kind of keeps everything clean. I've been using that for a while now, and none of my equipment has any problems. Another thing you can do is, sounds weird, but don't half throttle it. Keep it running fast, especially in the case of weed eaters. They're meant to be ran at full throttle majority of the time. Sometimes you can't, obviously, especially when it comes to leaf blowers, but try to at least let them run full throttle for a decent amount of time to get it nice and warm, burn everything thoroughly, and you don't have this problem nearly as often. So as long as you do those items, you can prevent this from occurring a lot less frequently, at least. Okay, like what you see, keep watching, subscribe, follow me on Instagram at SmallEngine101, and don't forget to leave a comment below. Have a good night. One final note, actually. It's smoky. That's normal. There was a whole lot of oil in there from being pretty much plugged up. So don't be alarmed. It will clear up. If it doesn't, then your mixture's off and you're going to want to retune. I don't suspect that's going to be a problem, but definitely keep an eye out on that and just let it run and make sure it cleans up. Okay, have a good night.